Hi, welcome to the Parsha in 5, where in 5 minutes we try to give you a thought on the Parsha that will hopefully be meaningful for you and for your loved ones. Parsha's Chukas. You know, Parsha's Chukas is a transitional Parsha. There are a number of transitional Parshios in the Torah, right? So Parsha's Chukas basically finishes at the end of the 40 years, right? Came out of Mitzrayim, I got the Torah again, we built the Mishkan, we put the Mishkan up, we set up the Machane, we go through all the events that have happened, and then nothing for 38 years. After the decree was made that they would all die in the desert, that's it. Now Parshas Chukas, it picks up in the 40th year with the death of Miriam and the bear and everything that goes on over there, and we know the whole story. And there's one curious story, and that is the following. The people begin to complain about the mun. Mun. 40 years, all we get to eat is mun. Right? Now, of course, mun can taste like anything you want, so it really shouldn't be a point of contention. But there's a bigger question in that, and that is, okay, you're about to go into Eretz Yisrael. You'll never see a piece of mun again in your life. Now you're complaining about it? And it's so interesting. Twice in the Torah, Sefer B'Midbar, they complain about the mun. In Ba'aloischa, at the beginning of the 40 years, and in Chukas, at the end of the 40 years. The 38 years in between, they didn't say anything. When did they complain in Parshas Ba'aloischa? Just as they were about to go into Eretz Yisrael, they already began their march into Eretz Yisrael. They were just days away. You're complaining about the mun. You'll never see mun again in your life. And then for 40 years, not a word about the mun. And now, when they're finally getting ready to march in, and they're about to go into Eretz Yisrael, again, they're complaining about the mun? That's strange. The complaints that they had about the mun is really pretty dramatic, because they were living in the Midbar and they were eating mun, surrounded by the Anoni HaKavod. Moshe Rabbeinu with rays of light shining out of his face. Yeah, the bear of Miriam rolling along with them. And we're able to live this ruchnistic level. Now we know that if you step out of line, you get zapped right away. The Misonanim, the Misavim, as soon as they complained, they got zapped. So, okay, and that's living on this level. Now you want me to go into Eretz Yisrael and be a farmer? And eat regular food? Basa taiva? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can handle eating regular meat. Now, they had meat in the Midbar, but they can only bring it as a korban shlamim, so they were eating it with kedusha. It was kachim, but to eat basa taiva, regular food, and still maintain the same level of kedusha, can I do that? And that's why when they were in the Midbar, they asked for meat, and they couldn't do it. And they died. And so over here, they're about to go in, and they say, how are we going to live like normal people? That's what was frightening them. Because the purpose of the Midbar, of the journey, is to be able to reach those heights of being in the Machane and then continue them in your own personal life. And that's really the idea of Shmini Atzeres, isn't it? Shmini Atzeres is that we spend 7 weeks outside of our house in a sukkah, in this world and not in this world. And then we have one last day where we have to do it all again inside of our home, to take all of that power of Yom Kippur and Sukkot and bring it into our house. That's what the Jews were afraid of having to do, but that's the obligation that we have to accomplish in our own lives. And Mir Tzah Hashem. Good Shabbos.